Alright, let's see if I can do this video without any interruptions. Hold on, let me do this thing. Put me on flight mode. Okay. Alright, we're done. Let us begin. Rise up. Greetings. Rise up to you, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, kings and queens, friends and frenemies, and you agents. It's Brother Marley, and this is the Gambia One channel. This is the Gambia. It's looking gorgeous and green and a little bit damp. Yeah, we just finished raining a little while ago. So I'm just taking this time between rain clouds to check in. So the title of this video is, this is a working title, all right? I haven't cleared it up totally, but it's something like, I have no money, my pocket is broke, and I still want to move to Africa anyway. Something like that, all right? The reason why I could talk on this is because that was me, and nothing? Okay. And so that was me, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and discuss with you. My journey and how I got from less than broke to running 2 restaurants in Africa. You know what? The reason why I kind of thought about this was because of a video that I did with Uncle Rick and Auntie Cynthia over at Bag Family. And Rick was saying about how people come here and upgrade their standard of living or upgrade their life in general when they leave that system and come over here. Now, me, before I was working in IT, I was earning a good salary, but my bills, my debts were like more than 50% of my income. More than 50% of my income was being paid on debts. So what I really had was the salary I was getting back when I first left school. That's what I had to live on. And what the point is, even in that situation, there is a way in which you can see how you can fix up your situation so that you can actually also make the move from wherever in the West you are to here in Gambia, Ghana, Tanzania, wherever it is, the place that you've chosen. It might even be Ibiza or Italy, I don't know, wherever you decide to move. I know that people talk about mindset and how you got, it's about your mindset. And that sounds cool, but what it looks like, how that feels in the moment ain't so fun. You have to have very long tunnel vision though. Very long tunnel vision. You gotta be like looking for a tunnel very far away, figuring out that's where I wanna get to. And I don't see nothing else. Just see my focus, just see what I'm focused on, see my goal, that's what I gotta go for. And that's what you need to do as well. Just go for what it is that you want and burn everything else. I'm gonna burn these flies if they don't leave me alone. Okay, so let's get down to it. What did it take for me and what does it take for you to be able to get from where you are to where you wanna be? Right. So you remember that book that Robert Kiyosaki wrote, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where he talks about the difference between liabilities and assets and how you need to have more things in the liabilities column than in the assets column. No, that's wrong. You need to have more things in the assets column than you do in the liabilities column. You see, I'm really good at this stuff. More things in assets than liabilities. Right now, what we have is more things in liabilities than assets. Or we have no assets whatsoever, just a bunch of bills. That's where I was at the time. And I know it can sound like kind of like a highfalutin idea, this idea of, do you have assets that you can use and wring out and so on and so forth and get paid a dividend on, or is all your money tied up in liabilities? At the time, my money was tied up in bills, in rent, in stuff like that. And there was no assets to talk about. No. All I had was what I want to get, and I ain't getting. So on this column I had bills, and on this column I had all the stuff I've not got yet. You know what I mean? All right. When you're looking on a long journey, and this is, I said, you have to have long-term vision. So this is long-term, and you've got a long way to go. When you're on a long-term, long-distance journey, you're going to need to have the appropriate vehicle to get you there. So the way things work is, it may be easier to just jump on a plane and come over here, but it may not always be that simple. You've got to get to the airport first, you've got to do stuff, and that journey is the same in, you know, going from where you are to where you want to get to, i.e. where you are financially to where you want to get to financially. Me, I had no assets, but what I did have, what we had, I keep saying I, like as though Angel had nothing to do with this. My wife was in it 100%. She was in it too. Our first date that we ever went on was, we spoke about her wanting to leave the UK, and she wanted to go to Jamaica. I wanted to go somewhere hot. Didn't really care where. I just knew that I didn't want to be in that cold prison anymore. And we drew out. We designed our escape plan. That's what we did. That was our first date. How we're going to escape. Because what was clear was that we both wanted to leave this prison, but we both couldn't go. We needed to go together. So that was a massive part of it. So when I say I mean we. Right? Okay, let me pause this. Right. Okay, so let's continue. I've had to just move into the office because my battery was dying. And that's a pain. So I'm in the office, I'm plugged in, and hopefully we can continue the conversation. All right, so assets, liabilities, right? So here I am now. All I've got to use is the clothes I have on my back. That's all I've got to run with, right? I had a few clothes, and Angel had a few clothes, and what we decided to do was to go to a boot sale. So for those who don't live in the UK, wondering what is a boot sale basically is what you call the trunk of your car is what we call the boot, right? You take all your stuff that you want to sell, you put it in the boot, you all meet up at a school or something on a weekend, go in the playground, park up your car, open up, and people come along and buy your old stuff, okay? So we started doing that. Now, it doesn't sound very glamorous. It's not. It is not glamorous. Believe you me, there was many times I was like, I'm too good for this thing here. I do not deserve or do not belong here. But I'd have that long-term focus, innit? I had to get that long-term focus, get a telescope on, so I can remember what I'm doing it for. My selfie stick is reducing. This is very weird. So I can remember what I'm doing it for. And that's what I would like for you to take into consideration. This isn't like a fly-by-night. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is the steps that need to be taken in order for you to get what you want, i.e. get here or wherever the place may be. It may feel like as though you're on a detour, like I'm doing this and I want to be going over there. No, understand that this is a part of this is part of it. This is part of the journey. This is what it takes. So we was doing that for a while, probably about 7 months or so, 6-7 months, and we was making about, I don't know, 80, 90, 100, 120 pounds a week, something like that. And 100, that's about 400 pounds, a little bit more per month, which was great. It wasn't something that you could, tell your mates and say, yeah, I'm doing really well, yo. I'm spending my Sundays selling my old stuff and I made 400 pounds. No, it's not anything like that. But it's enough for you to put in the kitty in your journey, in that part of that transport aspect, that the transport you need for that journey I spoke about earlier on. So, yeah, fix my selfie stick. So after doing that, the next thing was, all right, we've gotten some money coming in, not much. What do you do with it? You need to get a better piece of transport, a better mode of transportation. So we went from that to opening a market stall. So a market stall, we would run the market stall once let me do this thing here, make it look a bit more presentable. So people say, yeah, you don't ever edit your videos. Yeah, I do. I just do it while I'm recording. Ignore that. Got this market stall, right? We was looking for a market stall in Brixton. The plan was, okay, we have a market stall that happens every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We sell African-inspired art, and so African people and people who are interested in going to Africa would be just as excited to buy it as I am to sell it, innit? That's obvious. So we sat there doing that for a while, and it was good. It was good. You know, we was like doing maybe 160, 170 pound a week. A little bit more than we was doing at the store, except this time was Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, we were doing that both days. So now our income has increased quite a bit. It's almost at a point at where it's about half of what I'm making at work. But I'm tired. We're both tired. We're both working full time, and we're both using the weekends to bring in this extra money. So we're both shattered, right? And all the time, my brain is saying, no, this ain't good. I don't like it. This isn't good. I'm having no fun. I'm making this extra money and I can't spend it. Everyone else at work on the weekend, they're all relaxing, they're all talking about what they did, which game they went to see, whatever. Me, I'm in the rain selling my old stuff and Angel's old stuff to people who I don't know, or I'm selling African art, which was nice, but it took something. It took something to do that. So you've got to stay focused, like completely. Do not give up on your dream. Understand that what we tend to do is we'll say, okay, I want this, right? And then we don't take into consideration all the things you've got to do and pay for and sacrifice in order to have it. You might want to be your own boss. And I was watching this video and it was like, what happens? Why do you want to be your own boss? And people were like, oh, extra naps. Oh, it means that I get to take time off when I want to. It means that no one can tell me what to do. All of that is a fallacy. I work harder now than I was when I was an employee. I'm missing sleep. I'm working harder now than I ever have, and I'm older now. But that's the cost it pays to be the boss. So do what you have to do, right? And stay focused on what has to be done. So anyway, there we are, doing our market stalls. It's bringing in money, it's doing good, but we also decide we have to do more than just a market stall. We've got to go out to different community events. So when you have an event up in Birmingham or Manchester or Liverpool or down in Bristol, we would jump in the car, take all our gear and go up there. Sometimes it was better to go there, and sometimes you'd be like, I should stay at the market stall. So it was kind of like hit and miss. It wasn't always a win. There was a lot of failures in our journey. It doesn't mean you stop driving, going on your journey. If you're going from A to B and you have a flat tire, it doesn't mean you go, that's it, I've finished, my journey's over. No, you just go, okay, well, let me fix this tire and keep moving, innit? And if you've got that long-term focus on what you want to do and who you want to be, do it. Don't let nobody or nothing stop you. Who you need to be is Mr. or Mrs. Unstoppable. That's it. My phone, the wake up sound of my phone, the alarm on my phone, it was hustling. Every day I'm hustling. That's why I used to listen to every morning. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'll wake up. Dun, 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 dun. And I'd be like, yeah, let's get it. That's how you have to be. Constantly, consistently. You have to keep training yourself to be that way. So I'm tired. I'm going from work, and then after work I'm going to work, and after that I'm going home, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. But I'm not stopping because I've got that long-term focus. All right. So the money's coming in better now with between the market stall and the community events. It's going better. Yeah, my staff making all that noise. The next step would be for a better vehicle, isn't it? To go from, what do you go from next from a market stall? It's not a shop. So we opened a shop. So we took the money from the boot sales to open a market stall. Then we took the money from the market stall to open the shop. So now we've gone from, as it were, walking to a bicycle to a car. Now we are on in a bus. We're in a truck. We're really motoring now. We're really making our way to Africa, innit? So we've got the things we need. The shop. What we did, Angel stayed and ran the shop. She gave up her job and ran the shop. Me, I continued my job. But in the morning, I would leave the house, open up the shop, and then continue on my journey to work. And just so you know, so it wasn't anything luxurious, right? I'm riding my push bike to work. I lived in Brixton, Southwest, and then I'm riding my bike to Hammersmith, Northwest. I remember when I first started, I didn't even get like a third of the way, and I was mash up tired, like my legs were burning. I was like, I can't do this. I wasn't doing editing, but I'll do it now. This is a picture of me when I first got my bike. And this is a picture of me 6 months later on with my bike still. And you can see the difference, like how much weight I've lost just from running up and down London going to work. So, I'm riding my bike to save money. I'm opening up the shop for Angel. I'm then going off to work. She comes in and opens the shop. I come back from work. The two of us finish it out. We go home. Must have done that for about a year, 9 months, or like that. It wasn't that long. We knew it wasn't going to be that long because we knew that the place that we were going into was like earmarked for gentrification. And so like the previous tenants left because they didn't want to be part of that whole gentrification thing. Me, I was like, I just need a short period of time. We were like, let's just go in there and do what we can do until we get kicked out, right? So we opened up the shop, ran that for a few months, best part of a year. We also did an event. Tariq Nasheed was coming over, was doing this thing online, and Hidden Colours was big. There's like Hidden Colours 4 had just come out. So we invited him over to London to do his first gig in the UK. He came over. I don't know how, I'm thinking back, like, how did he do it all? I was at work, and while I'm at work and I should be coding, I'm flipping the screen and I'm doing I'm doing flyers, you know, flipping the screen, and I'm doing a poster, and I'm flipping the screen and writing emails to Tariq, or writing emails to the venue, saying what we need and who we are. Complete lies, by the way. When I was writing to the venue, it was a place in Houston, and you know, it was one of those real kind of old, stuffy, big places. And I know they wouldn't want anything in there where it's for black people. I know that for sure. And I know there ain't going to be nothing that they're going to want, especially to do with, you know, black empowerment. I know they're not going to want nothing like that. So for me, I was just like, let me tell them it's a history lecture. Right? So it wasn't complete lies. It was a polishing of the truth. Put that out to them. They said, okay, history lecture sounds great. Come down, do your history lecture. So we did that. Who's going to be the person doing the lecture? I was like, oh, that's me. And they're like, we don't know you. Good, I'm a nobody. Just let me book the thing. Oh yeah, cool. So then I went up there and then I introduced Tariq. Boom. So the money that came in from the event and from the shop was enough for us to say, we can now bounce. We can now leave. This journey has started years ago at that boot sale in North London, and now we are finally on our way to Gambia. It's all about your long-term focus and you not giving up. You don't you give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. So there's always something that can knock us off of our trajectory, but don't you let it. It's you that's in the control seat. We spend so much time of our lives, especially in London, New York, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Paris, Barcelona, Dublin, you know, anywhere in Germany, Dusseldorf, whatever. We're always allowing other things and other people's decisions to impact what we can and can't do. We're always at the behest of other people, rather than us saying we are going to choose what we want to do. We are going to say what we're going to do. And that has been the thing that was a muscle that I was able to exercise during that whole time. What I want to do and what I say actually means something, and what I say goes. Maybe not 100%, maybe not consistently, but enough that I can actually say something and expect it done, say it as though it's already done. And that's what I want for you as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, friends, if you also want what you say you want, two things you need to remember. One, that long-term view and focus. And two, don't be stopped. Do not be put off your path. Do not change your ways. You keep going. When they tell you don't go that way, you go through. When they tell you it's too high, you go under. When they tell you it's too low, you go over. When you tell you it's too wide, you go around. Figure it out. It's your brother Marley. Signing off, y'all. Peace.